Alright, welcome back. This is Bike Talk episode 11 where I review a racing bike. Let's get into it. First up is Sebastian. He says, "Hi Gary, I'm a huge fan of your channel. Here are a few pictures of my 92 GT Tequesta. Have it built up as a commuter. Would love to hear a review from you. Thanks Sebastian." And he says, "Greetings from Germany." So bike, he's got 92 Tequesta, 20-inch frame, chromo tapered double-butted tubing, 1x11 Shimano SLX drivetrain, 42 narrow wide chainring, LX crankset, speedo, platform pedals, fairly orange clunker bars, XT U-brake, V-brake in the front, XT rear hub, XT dynamo front hub, Mavic 717 rims, Pelego front rack, B&M front and rear light. Okay, so he just wants a normal review. Alright, yeah, I think this is pretty sick looking commuter. Looks pretty fast, looks pretty mean. I think also I like the nice touches on the red here, not going overboard with the grips and the cables and the pedals. I think that's looking pretty good. And it's, yeah, pretty nice frame overall. It's got a little bit of a stem stack here. I like the front rack and the front basket. I think that's nice and handy. You can also see it's got the little steering stabilizer here to help with the front load. And also he's got a brake lock in front. Just a cable just to pull on your brake lever. But yeah, overall pretty tidy build. Let's see what else there is. There's a dual kickstand. Gotta love dual kickstand, super handy. And then yeah, here's the back, looking pretty good. It looks like his fender's a little bit bent here or misaligned here, but from the back it looks pretty decent. So it could just be the photo. It's got some super supple Renhurst tires. These tires are super nice. And yeah, here's the Velo orange clunker bars. I always like these bars. I think they look pretty good. You can see he tilted his bars forward a bit. I think they could have a little bit more upsweep from the ones I've seen. But yeah, overall, not too much to complain about. Running the stem spacer here. This is probably a 31.8 to 25 bar maybe. So he's got the shim in there. Got his brake cable set here, poking out. Got his dynamo on the front, powering the front light. Yeah, overall pretty nice build, pretty tidy. Got the bell, got this reflector, got some stickers on there. Rear mech is hanging straight, so that's good. And then here's the front. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think this would be a nice ride. It's got some volley straps holding on the rack, it looks like. But yeah, super nice. Well done. Looks pretty neat. Good job, Sebastian. Thanks for sending it in. Cool bike. Next up, we got Tamati. He says in the subject, "A unicorn from Melbourne, roast away Gary. Hi Gary, I absolutely love your work. Thank you very much. I'm also from Melbourne and I've got a bike here and that I'd love for you to roast as hard as you can until the tires melt and the paint peels. Your content as a 26 Whisperer is top notch. This is my daily ride, clocking a ton of kilometers and evolving through many iterations. I found a frame years ago in hard rubbish, a unicorn for me being an XL26er. Most of the parts are reconditioned, aiming for some bang on a tight budget. Note the missing chain link and the seat height. Lols." So yeah, here it's already roasting himself. Here are the specs. XL frame. I've renamed it Trail Rook as Rook Dutch means smoke in homage to Rook. Maybe that's just Studio Rook. Handlebar, Velo orange scene, Ceni bar, grips, SQ Labs, front rack, Hyacinth, fork, Dirty Disc Trucker, drivetrain, dual 1x10 with a rubbish front chainring, saddle, Burt Howard, leather saddle. I saved this Frenchie from bad mold and dry skin. 26, Panoracer Gravel King, dual hydro brake, Avid ST3 V-brake. Lock, extra frame lock with chain attachment. That's interesting. Some Okuri Omo from bike shops I visited. Whacked the SP Dynamo on the front, hoping to save some money on with the energy crisis. I merged what I like from the utility of Dutch bikes and Fun 26s. The existing livery gives a gentle nod to my Dutch roots. Despite me looking like a 6'6" baby giraffe on it, the bike has more of an upright geometry. Looking forward to your thoughts and roast. Cheers, Tamati. Cheers, Tamati. All right. Okay, so he asked for a roast. So overall, I got to roast him for the Geo. He wasn't wrong with that. He's got this super long seat height and super high stem as well. I think this stack's probably bigger than my cargo stack. So if you just measure his legs from here, from the bottom of the seat to the crank, I feel like there's no way his knees can't be getting close to his handlebars here. So maybe when he's turning, it might be a little tough. So yeah, I think overall the frame might be slightly too small for you, but yeah, if you like it, then that's cool. I personally not into this this Shogun frame, but yeah, if you are, that's cool. Gonna roast him for a little too much chain tension on his rear mech here. Looks like it's pulling a little bit. I feel like, again, this is a little bit more than I have on my 400LX as well. I do like all the nice parts on it, all the upgrades and the fenders and the rack and the dynamo. Yeah, such a shame because you could upgrade the frame and then it would be a super sick bike. Got some nice tires on there, I'll give you that. Gonna roast you for not having this cable tighten up because your bag frame might fall off. Got the Studio Rook sticker here. That's probably what it's saying by Trail Rook. I'm gonna roast you here for not having your frame bag done up. It's still a little bit open. And then here, a little bit back shot. Got a little hitch traffic sign here with the elastic cable, or is this a bungee cord cable? I'm not sure what this is. Maybe his has this on here so his seat doesn't fall off. Looks like he's tied it on here. Got some ergo grips happening. Yeah, super long stem here. Gonna roast you for this little cable sticking out. I bet you're gonna hit it with your legs every time. It needs to be tucked in. Blue lug sticker, tapper sticker, 2 tapper stickers. Probably overkill on the tapper stickers, I think. Got some poop over here, poop over there, more poop here. Got the front rack here. I've never seen this front rack before, but it looks pretty sick. Looks like it's pretty well made. Looks pretty neat. I like it. And it's got a little zip tie here, tying this cable in the front. Studio Rook sticker, dynamo on the front. Yeah, pretty cool rack. And then here's the front. These are carbon spacers. So I give you a point back for that. And it's got this crazy looking lock here. I've always wondered if these locks actually work because, yeah, if you lock up your bike, does that mean you're not locking it to anything? I would still, like even with this, I would still run a chain lock to lock it to a pole or something. Otherwise, I can just pick up your whole bike. But yeah, that's basically it. I think, yeah, overall pretty sick bike, I think. I think if you really wanted to make it a true unicorn, I would get a frame that's a little bit more rare. So yeah, I think that would actually finish it off. I feel like you're 90%, you're like 90% there with the build. You just need a different frame. Thanks, Tamati. Thanks for sending that in. All right, next one is Timo. So Timo, review or roast, you decide, see attached. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like it. Kind of like a Cro-Mag stylus dirt jump frame maybe, but it has a rigid fork. I'm not sure. I thought they usually made mountain bikes. I didn't really see much road bikes, but I think this is pretty cool. A little bit of a different take. Let's see if there's any other photos. Okay, so this one photo, yeah, I think it's pretty sick. I'm into it. I like the big long carbon fork. Looks pretty light. Would be pretty whippy with this small triangle on the back. Running Z cranks, Decker's chain ring, maybe SLX or something on the back. 1x9 maybe, 1x10. Got the wide range cassette, running Z brakes, front and rear. Got the Schwalbe G1 tires. I heard these are meant to be pretty good. I'm gonna roast you for the reflective rim on the tire. I'm not really into that. But yeah, overall looks pretty cool. I think the frame bag's also a good fit. Looks pretty sick, looks pretty tight. Looks like a pretty sick setup. I like these little bar ends too to switch up your positions. And yeah, overall fit looks good as well. Looks like a fun bike. Thanks, Timo. Thanks for sending that in. Gonna roast you for SPDs though. All right, next up we got Eduardo, and he says, "Hello Gary, my name is Lalo, and I wanted to roast my bike to the fullest." So Lalo must be his nickname. And yeah, this is his bike. Let's see what it's got. It's got a bike little step through frame. Yeah, it has probably too many accessories on it. It's got this fishing thing, which I understand, but then he's also got the bike stand, a little extra accessory to press some type of button. Maybe it's for a horn. And then he's got a stem bag, he's got a phone mount, GoPro, bell, JBL speaker. Yeah, pretty decked out. It's even got this air freshener here. Probably doesn't need that. I think the air's fresh enough outside. And let's see what else he's got. Gonna roast him for this super long brake cable and also non-matching color hubs. He's got a gold hub here and a black one at the back. Gonna roast him for no bottle in his bottle mount. Probably doesn't need a bottom mount if he's got a full esky here. And then let's see, another non-drive side shot there. Gonna roast him for that. Gonna roast him for his reflector on the back and not having one on the front, or just take this one off. And then yeah, gonna roast him for the little name tag, just because yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be taking this bike, that's for sure. Another backpack here. So yeah, what's interesting is when he's riding, because he's got this such a big esky on the back, I feel like when he's riding with his backpack's gonna hit on the esky. So you might have to work out some extra storage on here, maybe an extra front rack or something, since he's going all out on it anyway. And then yeah, just showing us that he likes drinking here. But yeah, that's basically it. Last roast is going to be for the GoPro sticker. Pretty sure nobody yeah, wants to watch your videos anyway, so don't worry about it. All right, thanks Eduardo. Thanks for sending that in. All right, next one is Wouter or Wouter, and he says, roast my daily driver. Hi Gary, my name is Wouter from Netherlands. I'd like you to roast my daily driver. Though friendly words are welcome also, I won't be harassed. The bike is a 992 Harlem Extreme. The components used seem pretty period correct, mainly Shimano XH 500LX and DXLX parts used. Thanks for your vids today, great relaxation and inspiration to me. Thanks Wouter, appreciate that. Alright, so he wants a roast, and first pick is close-up pic of some of a sticker, so I'm gonna roast him for being a graphic designer. But yeah, just Richie, oh Richie rims here. Gonna roast him for this shim not being straight. So he's got his bars adjusted too much to the right. You can see it's about 10 mil here and then about 15 mil on this side. Gonna roast him for these disgusting tires. This is almost looks just like, yeah, just like poo on the ground right there. Gonna roast him for no cable on his stem, using the wrong stem here. And then these shoes, nothing needs to be said more about these shoes right there. Here's a little side shot here. Looks like he's running 3x7. Nice little drivetrain there. I like the straight forks here. These tires just light brown with this deep blue, just yeah, looks so bad to me. And then he's got the brake booster here, a carbon brake booster, I think. Probably doesn't need a brake booster on these rigid forks, I don't think. A little bit overkill there. And then a close-up of the hub, just so we can see it. XH, some close-up pics of the shifter, rear hub, matching hubs, always nice. Close-up of the stem again with the canty cable, but not using the canty cable. Gonna roast you for having your stem up too high above the limit right there. More pics again of the typography. LX here on the front mech, rusty cable right there. The chain is super clean though, I gotta give him that. The chain is super clean, looks fresh. Again here with the shim, too much to the left. U-brake on the back, yeah, carbon brake booster right there. Seems redundant to have a carbon brake booster, but yeah, it's even got the Shimano Dior DX headset, which is pretty nice. And yeah, that's basically it. Just a nice blurry picture here. More rusty cables. But yeah, overall not too bad. Seems like a pretty interesting bike. Thanks Wouter, thanks for sending. Looks extreme. Alright, next one is Janis, I think, or Janis or Janis. Hi Gary, here's my Peugeot bike I picked up through Facebook Marketplace for cheap, yin original, but not so good state. So I need to change a few parts to keep it running, but got carried away. Regards, Janis. So he asked for a review and a roast. So with the review, I say overall, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty, yeah, looks like it'd get you around. And I like the fatter tires. I think they would make the ride a little bit more plush. And I like the 1x7 drivetrain. And then for the roast, I would say, yeah, just the brown is pretty bad. And also the guts of your seat post. I'm not a big fan of these guts just because it's just so hard to put your seat in with these guts, and it kind of looks kind of clunky as well. Gonna roast you for your weirdness happening here in the stem converter. It looks a little bit funny. Looks like a chicken drumstick or something right there. And then gonna roast you for this teeny reflector on the back. Probably not even worth it having this on. You just may as well just take it off at this point. But yeah, that's basically it. Old Peugeot. It has a nice geo, I'll give you that. Nice old geo. But yeah, I think if you fixed up this stem converter action here, it'll look a little bit better. I don't mind the front rack as well. I'm gonna roast you for it not being straight. But yeah, overall, not too bad. All right, thanks, Janis. Thanks for sending that. All right, next up is Buki. And he said, please roast my ride. Was a high school friend build, and he called me out of the blue asking if a GT Timberline was a good bike. I promptly went over to his house, assessed, and told him what parts to buy, and then I built it up for him. I have finished having beers with him, so I thought I'd take these shots and have you roast my build. So yeah, first of all, I'm gonna roast you if your friend actually really wanted a bike, or you just basically bullied him into getting a bike and then just building it up yourself. But yeah, this is the bike. Nice angled shot here, artistic angle shot with these far bars and then BMX stem. It looks like, but this looks like super wide. This looks like a 31.8 bar. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And old GT here, Max's DTH, salmon pads. Pretty generic upgrades, I'd say. Same on the back here, keeping with the blue theme on the little grip shifts or on the grip sit, and then U brake on the back. Some MKS pedals, blue cable end right there. Looks like your chain shifting's a little bit off. And here's the bike. Yeah, a little bit funky. I think the bars are rotated too far forward. And then your stem here, again, it's a little bit funny with all the different spaces. I do like the wheels, nice silver wheels, and nice little dice action there. Running 400 LX bio pace. And then, yeah, just not a bad shot. But yeah, overall, not too much to it. I just say, yeah, just have a think if this is actually your friend's bike or your bike. Thanks, Buki. Thanks for sending. All right, next one is Simen. Simen says, hi Gary, just finished my dad bike 2000 Boulder SE 4130 Chromo. This was my Christmas present when I was 13. Mostly original parts. Upgrade to 1x7 original RD Altus. Preble cranks, AliExpress narrow wide 40T, rear brake and grips. Blygo motor bar with a $10 used top loader BMX stem. Threadless converter, 2.4 Holy rollers, comfy, full rack, and maybe an e-bike conversion to come. Great videos, mate. You inspired this build. Can't even say how big my smile is to be back on this bike about 25 years later doing wheelies. Roast it, review it, whatever you like. Lol, I just realized it still has reflectors. Cheers, mate, Simen. Yeah, it's always funny. People always start writing the email, but then I feel like they must get nervous and then they start self-roasting themselves. But yeah, here's his bike. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks like a fun bike. I like the bars, and I like this stem action here. Looks pretty clean. Like you did a pretty clean job. And just running 1x7, nice fat tires. It's pretty cool how these Holy rollers 2.4 fits in this frame. That's a pretty wide tire, so must be going pretty tight there, but yeah, it seems like it works well. More pics here. So yeah, with the Blygo bars, I feel like some of them have really high upsweep and some of them don't. I guess it's just because it's like super cheap manufacturing, but yeah, these look like they have tons of upsweep. I think they're for pit bikes usually, so that's why you would like stand up a lot and have it up like that. But yeah, overall pretty cool. Not much to roast on this one. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty fun. Yeah, if anything, just roast you for those reflectors. Just pop those off. And your chain here looks slightly loose. I would say a little bit slack on the top, which is kind of funny. But yeah, overall not too bad. Looks like a fun bike. And yeah, thanks for sending. Looks cool. Thanks, Simen. All right, next one is Ryan. He said, roast or review. Hey Gary, big fan. Thanks, Ryan. 98 cylinder cone, frame, carver fork, Tektro, 520 brake levers, Avid 1 brakes, Ritchie Bio max drop bar, stock cranks, Origin 8, 32T chainring, 14T cog, DMR tensioner, Panaracer Comet, hard pack, 26 by 1.95. Gears coming soon. All right, so this is Ryan's bike, and he said review roast, but yeah, overall I think pretty sick, pretty cool geo. I like the straight forks, and just the overall stance looks pretty neat, pretty tidy, nice clean lines. Gonna roast him for not having his pedal arm horizontal though. But yeah, overall this looks like a fun ride. Looks pretty simple. I think if he had a black seat post or something, that would really like finish it off. But yeah, just nitpicking here. I'm gonna roast him for a quick release lever on the wrong side. Yeah, honestly, I'd probably keep your single speed, because once you chuck gears on, you're gonna have to work out how you're gonna switch your gears, and it looks like your bars are pretty set already. You might have to get either drifters or friction shifters here. But yeah, he's probably starting to get a little lazy and doesn't want to ride single speed, just because yeah, probably just sits on the couch too much. But yeah, overall, thanks for sending Ryan. It looks pretty good. Cheers. Next one is James. He sent one pic and then he sent some information. So in his subject, he says, roast me. And then he says, hi Gary, here's my bike. James shopping, heavy loader, up for Gary's bike talk, roast or review. Please roast me, mate. So I'm just gonna roast him for being too thirsty. 91 GT Timberline, 22 double XL frame, Bob Yak trailer, original flag. I don't know if calling out the original flag is important or not, but I think it's important to him. Orange Velo, Signet, bomb track flare bars, Shimano L600, bar ends, fingertip control bar ends, 884 Brook professional saddle, Dior LX 3x7 group set, Garmin, for those who like long shopping journey miles. Changsing heavy duty tires, old gritty as DMR pedals, new cables but haven't checked for at least 1 year. I don't know if 1 year cables are considered new. Not kept completely covered area, pump water bottle, frayed Oki straps. So yeah, this is his bike. So yeah, first up, gonna roast him for this flag. I don't feel like you need a safety flag on your bike. It's kind of just I feel like, yeah, safety flag's kind of just a cop out. You don't really see a safety flag on any cars or motorcycles, so I'm not sure why you need one for your bike unless you're still learning to ride. And then the next thing I'm gonna roast him for, I don't know if you can see, I'll zoom in a bit. Gonna roast you for this extra cabling here. Definitely, I know you say you got new cables, but it's been a year already, so you may as well like trim that off. Gonna roast you for excessive wear on your rim. This rim looks like it's gonna give out soon. I'll roast you for pedal arm not being straight. Gonna roast you for empty bottle cage. Gonna roast you for non-matching forks here and a dirty hub. Again, rim wear on your rims. Your rims are gonna go soon, so you might have to get a new wheel set in maybe like 5 years or something. And then here's his setup here. Gonna roast him for this stem. I've always, yeah, never been a fan of this stem. I think it looks a little funky. It looks like a kind of like a walking stick or something. It's funny because the people who usually use this stem are people usually on their way to retirement anyway. So maybe it's just that step in that direction. Gonna roast you for a little gap here in your bar tape. Bad bar tape job right there. Again, gonna roast you for the cable work here. Extra cables going through. Gonna roast you for your quick release lever being in line with the seat posts. Gonna make it hard for you to pull it in and out. It looks like this, I'm not sure what this is. This looks like a light. Yeah, maybe some type of light, and it's got a back, it's got a saddlebag here, small saddlebag. And then it's got this professional Brook saddle. But yeah, I've never seen a professional run a Brook saddle in the Tour de France. So not sure what's going on there. On the back here, he's got a giant bag. But yeah, I always think it's kind of sus when you got a giant bag on your bike like this, but you're not really going anywhere. So yeah, it kind of makes me wonder what's inside. What could you be carrying in there? Hopefully it's legal. And then here again, just gonna roast you for these. You can take the labels off your cables once you buy them. You can take the tags off. Same with these warning stickers, you can take them off too once you buy something. But yeah, that's basically it. All jokes aside, looks pretty sick. Looks like a pretty sick setup. I'd definitely run it. I don't know if I'd run this huge bag on there though. Seems a bit sus, but yeah, overall, looks pretty fun. Well done, James. Thanks. All right, next up is Sido, and he asked for a roast. He says, "Hey Gary, thanks for making such great inspirational videos. Learned a lot from them. Thanks, Sido. I restored this one for one of my best friends who loves writing but has no patience, so therefore is practically unable to do restorations himself." Little roast right there. He could do it though, if he tried, I think. Sadly, this bike got stolen from his bike shed this spring, so if anyone in the Netherlands sees this bike, let me know. sidodecker@gmail.com. Glad I made these pictures though. I hope this can be a way to say goodbye to a bike that's been loved by its rider, and by roasting it, I hope I can feel less sad now it's gone. Keep up the good work, man. Cheers, Sido. Thanks, Sido. Yeah, I know you wanted me to roast it and not feel bad about this bike being stolen, but it is a pretty sick bike overall. I think it's pretty cool. You got STX running here. I like the yellow cables. The yellow cables are a bit messy, but you know, what can you do? You can only do what you can. This seat post looks like it's been to war and back. So many scratches on the top, and then the front stems popping out the same. Let's see some of the other pics. Yeah, you can see the seat post had seen better days for sure. These cables are actually braided cables, so that's actually pretty cool. Looks pretty rad. Gonna roast you for this bent cable here, and then gonna roast you for these purple grips for matching the background too much. Same with the yellow cabling again. It does look a little bit stressed here with the cabling going on this side of the head tube. I might have opted for the other side, but yeah, not sure. I think what happened was that Sido probably built the bike for his friend, but then his friend was too tall, so he had to pull the stem up and pull the bike seat up, and then that's where you get some of the cable stretch here. You can also tell it's kind of like that because the levers are pointed straight down, so he's trying to extend his cable somehow. And then here's a little back shot. Yeah, probably all scratched up, but yeah, that seat post seen better days for sure. Back little cassette with a little derailleur protector and little graphic design here, front graphic. Yeah, I'm surprised someone actually stole this bike, just because I don't know how much money they would get from it, but yeah, you never know. People that steal bikes, they have no logic anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, hopefully someone sees it and you're able to get it back. If not, you can be rest assured that the thief is riding a pretty poor bike. All right, thanks, Sido. Thanks for sending. All right, next one is Tropical Trails. So the email comes from Tropical Trails Explore Bali Wonders. So I think this person is sending it from his work computer. Hey Gary, love your stuff. I wanted to show some pics of my ride. Thanks, Bagus. It's a vintage mountain bike federal bike from Indonesia. You can see more pics at biketalkgary Instagram. Thank you, from Bali. All right, so here's a pic, and he just wants a review. Yeah, overall, I think pretty sick setup. I like the colors. I like how you put everything together. I think it looks pretty neat, pretty straight cabling. Looks like a fun ride. Has little tire upgrades, and also to one by, has nice little bolts here, not going too crazy with the color, and nice shiny seat posts there, pretty cool, matching the stem. And yeah, these upright bars look pretty comfy. I also like these Ritchie grips, they kind of look like Auris as well. So that's that pick. And then here, the sake stem. This is interesting though. I think your cable hanger might need to go above this washer, because it looks like this washer should lock into the teeth below here. So yeah, just be careful of that. I mean, it's got some little cable organizers there, Ritchie grips again, and then Tektro brakes. Looks pretty cool, has a nice shape to them. And then it's got braided cables as well for this. Got some nice bars on there, looks like the Edson bars. Looks a little angled here though. Might need to straighten it up a little bit. But yeah, overall looks pretty cool. Got some magic cranks, I've never seen those before. Old rusty rusty chainring, but the teeth look pretty decent on it, so keep running it. And then yeah, just Altus on the back. But yeah, overall looks pretty cool. Looks like a nice nice fun ride. Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Thanks for sending, Bagus. Say hi to your boss for me. Cheers. Alright, next up is Mikey, and he asked for a roast, and he just sent 2 pics. So yeah, this is his bike. Let's make it bigger. Just a little bit bigger. Alright, so first up, I think his rack is too far forward. It's going to fall off. I can accept racks that are kind of tilting into the bike, but when they tilt out from the bike, I feel like that's going to be a problem. But obviously he doesn't care. He's having a long neck while he's riding anyway. So even if this falls in front of his wheel and he stacks it, he'll be alright. He'll probably just have another swig. And then what else has he got? It looks like he's got some type of bag happening here. Is this a frame bag? I can't tell. Can't really see it. I'm running fatter tires. Running, looks like LX cranks. Looks like you upgraded the drivetrain. But yeah, overall not bad. Just watch out for the cops in this car. They're probably sussing you out. Alright, thanks Mikey. Thanks for sending in. Next one is Max, and he said review/roast. Alright, so here's his bike. So yeah, he just sent this one pic as well. But yeah, overall looks pretty cool. I do like the overall look on it. Looks kind of like a Mad Max or steampunk style. That's a roast, in case you didn't know. It's got this rusty ass rack. Yeah, pretty bad looking right there. It does look like a comfy ride though. I do like the Geo with the tight rear triangle, and then just his reach looks alright. Gonna roast you for having SPDs, crank arm not straight, and then gonna roast you for 2 different tires again. But I think at this point you got so many different colours on your bike and you're not trying to match anything anyway. Gonna roast you for your fender mount being up so high. And yeah, that's basically it. Pretty cool though. Nice one Max, thanks for sending in. Next one is Kilroy, and he says, please review this bicycle from the UK. It's a Apollo frame with a 27-inch front wheel and a 26 rear motorized engine kit. I've done 44 miles per hour on this. Love the channel. I feel like 44 miles on a bike is pretty fast. Alright, here's his beast. Yeah, it looks pretty sick, I think. He just asked for a normal review. So yeah, overall pretty sick. I think this looks great. Looks like it would be a lot of fun for sure. Looks like a type of rat build, kind of like mad scientist build, but I like it. Looks cool. It's running a fuel tank, and it's got some zip ties here, tying on stuff. I think every time you ride it, it's going to be exciting because you don't know if it's gonna keep riding or if it's gonna break. So that's always cool. Non-drive side shot there, and then it's cool. We sent a little video as well. Let's see it. Yeah, this is sick. I rate it. Super cool. Sounds like 125 Kawasaki 2-stroke. But yeah, super sick. I dig it. I would definitely love to ride this bike if I got a chance. Would love to hoon around on this for sure. Alright, Kilroy, thanks for sending that. Pretty sick. Well done. Alright, next one is Trever. It says, hey Gary, big fan. Thanks Trever. You taught me a lot about bikes through your videos, so thank you. Here's my bike. Any pointers would be appreciated. So yeah, my main pointer is make sure you do your own research as well, because stuff that I do, maybe like a year or 2 later, I do it differently, so I could be doing it wrong in the video you're watching. He just wants a review. So yeah, overall, let's see his other email. It says, so Gary, I realized the photo sent are blurry, and I can't have you roast me for that. Here's a better one. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely points for that. Glad you kind of know someone is good if they admit to their mistakes and rectify it as well. But yeah, this is a pretty cool bike. I'm into it. Has a cool vibe to it. I think this is where I think one of the bikes where brown actually works well, because it's kind of worn and it's not that orangey reddish brown where it looks brand new. So this looks like it's been around for a while. Matches the frame as well. But yeah, pretty sick. Sick setup, like the fat tires, cross kings, always wanted to try those. And running 3x7, LX on the back. Got these cruiser bars, thumb shifters, Altus A30. Brake levers, got a nice little front rack, reflect on the back, salmon pads, cool stop salmon pads. But yeah, it looks super cool. Nice one, not too much to roast this one, you just asked for a review anyway, but yeah, I dig it. I think pretty sick setup. Nice one. Looks like you get out to the beach as well. Get out and ride your bike a bit as well, so that's cool. Thanks Trever, that was cool. Cheers. Alright, next one is Simen. Hello from Norway. Please roast. This is my first bike project. It's a brand from Norway called Tamati. I haven't been able to find any good information on it, but I think it's from the 90s. I use the bike for everything, from getting around the capital city to riding around the forest. In the future, I would like to get some new wheels. Recommendations, I've been thinking about Holy Rollers. So new wheels probably means tires and a nice front rack. I made a little video entitled Mountain Bike from Hell with this roast in mind. Here's a YouTube link. Alright, the mic just went out, but I had a spare, so yeah, usually I don't click on YouTube videos because there's so much to get through. So I'll take a look, and then if it's interesting, we'll keep it. So yeah, it's basically just a slideshow. Just him riding around a bit. Alright, so I'm gonna roast him for this. It's quite funny because he has like real heavy metal playing, kind of has like an aggressive type of vibe, but then he's showing you these tiny little blisters on his fingers. I'm not sure what that's about. Alright, anyway. Yeah, handlebars, Cannondale cruise control, stem and 6-pack kamikaze, X-Mission Pro C SE grips. But yeah, overall pretty sick setup. Gonna roast you for this crank arm not being straight, and I think that's basically it. Overall looks pretty cool. I like these levers. I think I can't remember what they are. I think they're maybe like the Tektro ones, but they're trying to copy the old Avid ones, but it has those little vent holes in there. But yeah, overall looks pretty fun. Looks like a nice bike to hop around on. And yeah, I think that's basically it. It looks pretty clean, to be honest, with the bike build. Not too much to roast. Nice one. Thanks for sending the vid, Simen. Was a good laugh. Alright, just gotta do one thing on this video. Nice blisters. Next one is Harlem, empty email Harlem, and then resto mod with the Instagram link. Alright, so this is his link, and so I can make it a bit bigger. He just wants a review. So yeah, overall looks pretty sick. It's got the Streisand bars, BMX stem. Is this Streisand fork? I'm not sure if it's Streisand fork or someone else's fork. TLDR for this. Yeah, looks like a pretty sick setup. Looks like he's got everything decked out. Got some accessories going on. He's got a light down here at the bottom. He's got a fender, zip tie, brake booster on the back. Looks like XTR, Brook saddle. Not sure if that's I don't think that's a dropper. It just has a little light on the back, a little light on the front. Looks like he goes riding a lot actually, or riding at night a lot. Maybe he's camping as well. I'm not sure. I like the fat tires again. Looks pretty cool. He got a disc conversion on the front. Got these super expensive croupy BMX cranks, but yeah, pretty awesome. I think they look cool. Yeah, XTR on the back. Looks like he might have XTR hubs as well. Spider brakes, TPR spider brakes. So yeah, looks like he went all out on this one. Spent some money on it. But yeah, overall looks pretty cool. Nice type of stance. Looks tough. Cheers. Hello. Thanks for sending that. Alright, next one is NSB Drum. I guess his name's Nick. Hey Gary, found your channel recently and I really enjoyed your bike videos. I bought this bike a couple of months ago. Pretty cheap on Facebook Marketplace. I had all the original parts and I made a few upgrades. This bike has been a lot of fun and has gotten me back into riding after losing interest for a few years. This is my first mountain bike build. All my previous bikes were vintage road bikes. Feel free to roast. All right, let's see. Okay, first up, gonna roast you for the super long reach here. Feel like your back would be kind of caning at the moment. I do like this. I don't know if this is the light or what, but I do like the paint job where it changes here. Could just be the light though. I think your chain seems like your chain might be a little too long. Yeah, seems like the chain might be a little too long here. Gonna roast you for empty bottle cage. Gonna roast you for these yellow pedals. I do look like the hookworm tires. It looks pretty fun. Nice clean little setup on the front there. But yeah, I think the reach is probably too long for you. Might hurt your back a little too much. And yeah, that's basically it. Nice set of wheels, nice clean wheels, or clean hubs anyway. I wonder if these hubs got rebuilt to some older rims. But yeah, overall looks cool. Looks nice. It's fun. Cheers, Nick. Thanks for sending in. Next one is Evan, and we'll see if this image wants to load. All right, let's check his Instagram. All right, so it's just yeah, lizard cycles just with the seat. Let's see. So yeah, this Evan's bike, and he asked for a roast. So yeah, first of all, I'm gonna roast you for taking this photo on this background as if it was hard enough to see with one fence. He took it in front of 3 fences, a wire fence and 2 plastic fence with all these different patterns. Almost looks like an optical illusion at this point. I do like your basket setup. It's nice and straight. I do like the touch of the pink cabling. Gonna roast you for your stem being too far up. Looks a little bit funky there. Gonna roast you for your pedal arm not being straight. Think the pink chainring bolts are a little bit too cute. Gonna roast you for your tires not being fully aligned. It's like you tried to align them, but then I think you gave up. Gonna roast you for your quick release being on the wrong side here as well. And I think that's basically it. Your quick release lever here pointing out back like an exhaust. It's probably not the right position. But yeah, overall looks pretty sick. Looks like a nice bike. I think this frame is pretty classic color, specialized comp, rock hopper comp in the green. Super 90s style. It looks pretty sick. Nice one, Evan. Thanks for sending that in. Cool bike. Cheers. All right, next one is Angelo. Angelo says, what's up, Gary? Here's my bike. Shout out from Finland. More review, less roast, please. I like your video review and restorations. Super cool. Makes me want to have a vintage mountain bike. Thanks, Angelo. Frame set, Nishiki 4.8, City Hybrid, Bontrager cockpit, Alex rim, front and rear, Shimano 8, hub. Note that this is a dad bike. Thanks, Gary. You're doing a great job. More power to you. Thanks, Angelo. I appreciate that. All right. So yeah, here's his bike. Straight up non-drive size shot. But yeah, overall it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty fun. Looks like a ride that get you around. I like the bar upgrade. Make it a little bit more comfy, and nice panel rack here with the panel bag. Super useful bike, and then he doesn't have to change gear because he got changed gears because it's got the internal hub there. Nice stand as well. So yeah, looks super useful. Looks like you got this bike and you made it work for you. And just having the bag, the bars here, a little bit swept back, and also the chainring protector, I think yeah makes it a nice commuter ride for sure. Makes it very utilitarian, which is always good. And yeah, thanks for sending in. Enjoy. Cheers, Angelo. All right, next one is Suede, and he asked for a roast, 90s rock hopper. And yeah, here's his bike. All right, first roast, he's running single speed, but then there's no chain tensioner. So I feel like that's going to be a problem later on down the line. I think what you can do is you can run a half link just to help the slack a little bit, but eventually this is going to slack out too much. I'd probably just run a derailer or chain tensioner on the back. Gonna roast you for the brown bag for being brown. Gonna roast it for being Carhartt because it's Carhartt. I'm actually wearing a Carhartt hoodie at the moment. Roast myself, self-roast. Gonna roast you for these brake pads for not being straight. Gonna roast you for the quick release seat clamp skewer being the wrong way. Gonna roast you for this funny cable action here and an afraid cable on the other end. Gonna roast you for having sent from iPhone. You can change that. But yeah, overall I think a pretty cool frame, pretty cool bike. This chainring's kind of cool as well. It has 2 BCD options. So you can run, it looks like you can run 110 and 130 depending on what cranks you have. And then, yeah, no bottle in the bottle cage. But yeah, overall looks pretty cool. Looks like a fun ride. Thanks for sending that in, Suede. Nice. All right, next one is Sebastian. He says, hey Gary, first of all, I really like your channel and it's great inspiration. Thanks, Sebastian. This is my giant super custom light I built as a daily workhorse with LX shifters and DX hubs. Thinking of making it more gravel and putting a drip bar on it. Please roast my build and let me know what you think of doing a gravel conversion. Cheers, Basti from Dusseldorf, Germany. Shout out to my homie at Bikes for Rides. All right, so here's his bike, and he asked for a roast. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so I think this bike would actually be suited to a drop bar gravel bike. It would be pretty nice. You would have to move your basket though, and I'll probably get a shorter stem on it. The top tube does look kind of long, but I think because it's a big frame, it might not be too bad. But yeah, it would make a nice kind of drop bar ride. I don't know how wide your basket is, but maybe just get drop bars that are wider than your basket. And then for the roast, I'm going to roast you for this kind of bottle setup because it doesn't look like you're going camping. So having to stop and pull this out and having a drink while you're riding would be super hard. Going to roast you for crank arm not being straight. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so you got some Dior brakes. Gonna roast you for having too many stickers on your bottle. Gonna roast you for not having a cable end on your cable here. Gonna roast you for locking your bike with the cable, pulling on the cable like that. That's probably not nice to your cable. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Looks like a pretty good setup. I'll give you 1 point back here for the horizontal crank arm since you did it on there. And yeah, that's basically it. I think it'd be a pretty sick build. I think if you made this to, yeah, a drop gravel bar, it'd be pretty cool because you can also put your seat forward a little bit as well to help the drop action. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a nice bike. Thanks for sending, Bastian. Nice job. All right, next one is from Jack, and he says photo from Jack, and he says review. So yeah, nice one, Jack. Looks pretty good. I think your seat's tilted too far forward and a little bit low, so I think your frame might be a little bit big for you, unless you got a super long reach. But I do like how you set up your levers so you can reach them in the drop bars, maybe like going fast. And then you got, yeah, some arrow wheels there. Not too bad. Some flat pedals, some hidden flat pedals you can't really see. Nice big chain ring running single speed. Got semi-horizontal dropouts so you can tighten your chain, and running dual brakes, caliper brakes. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Nice setup. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for sending that in. Next one is Martin, and he says, curious to see your review. So yeah, see if I can get these to load a bit quicker. All right, this is pretty sick. I like the meme cat, rainbow cat kind of LCD display. And yeah, this bike is a Le Petit Porter, pretty cool frame. I've always kind of liked these type of bikes just to get around the city and carry stuff. He's also got a matching basket, which is like super hard to fit on a frame. Usually, depending on what basket is around, you don't usually get ones that fit that nicely. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I am gonna roast you for this seat position for your kid here, because he's gonna be sitting right here, and he'll be hanging on the bars. But then guess where his face will be right near. It's gonna be a problem with him. Doing your kid a little bit of a disservice there. Here's it on the front. I would say it's a little bit too cute with all the grips and the pedals and stuff, but since you're going all out with the LCD screen anyway, I think, yeah, why not? Burn calories, not dinosaur. I think this slogan is a little corny for me. It's not to the point, and it's not that funny, and it's quite small on your bike, so you may as well just hit delete on it. Here's a side shot. Yeah, pretty cool. I like the dual disc, and running Shimano Z, I think, this one by. I like the nice little skateboard rack on the back. But yeah, overall pretty sick bike. If anything, what I do is I'd make a little cushion for your kid, and then maybe just buy him a respirator or face mask when you're riding. All right, that's it. That's the last one for this time. Hope you liked it. Let me know which one's your favorite. If you sent me in, I'll be getting around to it. Hopefully get to it soon. Had a few computer problems, but they're fixed now. And yeah, thanks for watching and catch you next one. Peace.